Oh, straight up for the moon. Oh, 달처럼 매일 변하는. Oh, 그 냄새 하지마. 같이 하는 마지막. 네가 추위를 바라면은. Oh, straight up for the moon. Oh.
I actually made this a while ago, but thought I'd upload it now because we're about to get a comeback, which will be my first one as an orbit. So let's flash back to me a month after I discovered Loona. So I tripped and fell into the Loonaverse while doing research for a video. So here we are. That's why I decided to share my rankings of Loona's solos. Only the title solo tracks. No duets or subunits. Just a preface. This is all just my personal opinion. I liked all the solos, so you'll see that I'm being really nitpicky so I can narrow it down. This is based on how often I'd listen to the song and how the MV aesthetics appeal to me. Not lyrics, because it's an additional extraneous variable that would make this whole process even harder. Quick credit to Juniverse for the idea. I really like her videos and I'll link it down below. Let's get started. The song is beautiful but not my style. Not something I'd think of to play or have stuck in my head. Good for a chill orchestra vibe playlist. The video is visually stunning, but the way they represented her animal is my main issue. The hairpiece and dead bird prop ruined the quality for me. I think they could have done this in a more visually appealing way. Like how they subtly referenced her in the So What MV. They could have had white feathers falling and that's when she realized she killed the bird. The MV could finish on her kneeling down to scoop up the bird. I loved the makeup and juxtaposition between the two versions of herself. Dark and light. And how the landscape mirrors this perfectly. Please get well soon, Haseul. This song only won above Haseul because I have randomly thought about it before. It's something I can imagine listening to on a rainy day, with a warm cup of tea and Hyunjin's voice singing comforting me in the background. The chorus is probably my favorite part of the whole song for me. The reason it's so low is because for me it's more of a seasonal song and I'd only play it at select times. The music video is so aesthetic and I love the concept of the viewers being the cat at some points. But can someone please explain the cat heads to me? IDK how it fits into the lore or if I'm reading too much into it. This song is so cute and funny and I want to protect Yeojin from everything. I instantly loved her through this MV. She's so quirky and the visuals and styling are perfect. The frog tongue spaghetti creeps me out a bit though. If someone can please explain how this links to the Loonaverse, that'd be great. I also love this frame because Kermit's and this is clearly a reference to Heinz, which is my childhood. It's ranked 10th because, again, I don't think I'd purposefully go looking for this song on a regular basis. I love some cute, girly concepts but sometimes they can be a bit much for me. But 10's my lucky number so. This MV is so beautiful. The crown moment and the casual change of hair color and just her styling in general. Now I know it's iconic, especially because the members imitate it, but I don't like the open of this song. Like the very opening. I would have preferred it without the ad-libs and just been given the chance to hear the master before Gowan's beautiful voice blessed my ears. This is such a throwback to the music I grew up with. My mum used to play songs with a similar vibe and it instantly took me back to that point in time. I love her voice and the MV is cute. The only scene I'm not the biggest fan of is the dance studio and her chilling outside of the shipping container. I like the subtle ties to Chuu's MV with the gold stick and the choreography. Also, I didn't know a bowling alley with Yves's name spelled out in neon lights was something I needed. Just seeing Yves smiling and having fun is all I've ever wanted. To me, there wasn't anything insanely special about this song, but there's nothing bad about it either. I totally see how it's popular amongst the masses, but I think I just vibe more with some of the other solos. 2 words. The aesthetics. The pastels and retro vibe were everything I could have wanted. Vivi fit this concept so perfectly, like it was made for her. The book choreography is a whole moment which, although a bit cringe, totally fit the theme and made me smile. I think the MV is probably why I rank this so high. It's a whole mood. Sees a cute guy, is instantly infatuated, starts imagining a whole fake relationship and life together. Try telling me you haven't done that before. Fun update because I'm a clown. You know this guy? Well, I just found out he debuted. His stage name is Love and he's the leader of only one of. I thought he looked familiar and I lost it when I found out it was him. Watch my Dumbus accidentally stand them now. I also really love Vivi's voice. I feel like it gets drowned out a lot in Loona's discography, but that's to be expected with a 12-member group. I like all of the song though. Although I love Haseul's little moment, I don't think it was necessary. It's supposed to be Vivi's solo. This song is probably the right amount of girly for me. It makes me think of some of the one-stroke 3 songs, but then it has a whole odd eye moment with the post-chorus drop, and then goes back to normal like nothing happened and you just imagined all of that. We love eating teleporting cherries. I like that the MV really tells a story that you can directly link to the lore but also enjoy on its own. The camcorder shots and her dancing around her room is something I don't think we see enough of. The only other moment where it's done like this is Twice is Licky. But quick shout out to Waves Let Me Love You and SKZ's Mia, which has the same aesthetic. I just like it done this way because it's something that humanizes idols. They are teenagers, young adults that like to have fun and mess around. Choerry has also inspired me to pull the trigger and finally dye my hair, similarly to what she has in the MV. Speaking of, the lavender field is probably one of my favorite sets in a Loona MV. Maybe just in general. Overall, a masterpiece.
Oh my god, yes. Say, oh my god, yes.
Oh my goodness. Heejin is God, both in the Loonaverse and in the jazz world. I haven't really heard a pop take on jazz that I fell in love with, let alone one that I fell in love with as fast as I did when I first heard Vivid. It's so unique and different to what is out there, just like the Loona project is. It was the ideal way to set everything into motion. The MV is a whole time and Heejin is just visuals, visuals, visuals. The chorus line and the choreography for it.
Oh my god, yes. Say, oh my goodness.
That's what did it for me. This is on my currently listening to playlist and Heejin's vocals definitely earned her that place. Also, I'm slightly biased because I recently found out that she and Yeojin plus Hyunjin are friends from Mixneen days. Did someone say dodged a bullet in the back? Another song that captivated me from first listen. The simple color story and aesthetics, with the lights and the fish tanks and the rain. Oh my Jinsoul. Okay, but her voice is one that definitely stands out to me. She was so mysterious and intriguing in the MV, and I think this is why, after being into Loona for almost a month now, she's got me questioning everything. The blonde hair with the electric blue on her is flawless. I kind of miss blonde Jinsoul, but at least her scalp's getting a break. I think the only thing I was a bit disappointed with, and it's valid because it was shown in the MV, was the choreography. I feel like there could have been something more. It was a bit too simplistic for the drop in my opinion. She doesn't have to do a whole intense dance break, but I think there should have been more since the chorus is really just an instrumental. It would have been cool to see something like the flowy hand gestures from Butterfly, because it low-key makes me think of waterbending, and that ties in really well with the water theme. Just a suggestion, but again, a masterpiece. This was a bit lower down on my list, but then I found myself searching for it often enough to add to my playlist. The music video doesn't stand out to me too much. I like the self-hug moment, and the dance is something I don't think I've seen before. The song is perfect for Olivia and it showcases a unique side of her voice that I feel we haven't heard too much of since. I just don't see the point in a solo if another member kid going to feature. Part of me wishes it was just her on the track though. I love Jinsoul's rap, but we know Olivia is capable of doing it. It's cool if they are featuring on a B-side, but the title should only be for the girl whose name is actually on it. That's just me. Okay, sorry, but that was the first thing I thought of when I saw the filming location and I lost my shit. Then the music started pouring in and Kim Lip started talking to me and then she was singing and then the chorus happened and then I died. Kim Lip is not my bias or bias wrecker, but her solo is without a shadow of a doubt my favorite solo in the Loonaverse. I seriously can't fault this. It's a song I gravitate towards often and I don't think I've ever skipped it when it's come on shuffle. I don't think I'll be getting sick of this song anytime soon. The visual aspects are woven together beautifully and the whole MV feels so cohesive. I love the choreography. Yes, it is simple, but in this case it fits the song. Plus she does floor work so y'all should cut her some slack. That shit is hard and it hurts. Meet the cutest human being in the whole planet with the voice of a powerhouse in her little body. That's Chuu, guys. This was the first Loona solo I ever heard and I barely knew anything about the group, plus I wasn't big on girl groups back then. This song is one I never really get sick of. The verses are what makes the song unique to me. The bridge though. The MV is really cool. The only thing I kind of questioned was the bicycle part, but that was a split second, so it's me just really nitpicking. It's my favorite version of the I have a crush concept. My favorite part was how Chuu copies Yves' dance moves and checked her socials and kept acting like I'm not doing anything. What do you mean? The way I relate to the crush storyline is everything. And it kind of makes me think Woman Crush Wednesday. I feel like the way Chuu looks at Yves is how I look at Chuu, or Nayeon, or La. Anyway, plus how Chuu takes a bite of the apple which is Yves' fruit, and Chuu loves Yves so much that she follows her by eating the forbidden fruit before Yves gives her her own. A lot of people also see it as representation for the gays, which we love. The wardrobe choices are also my favorite. I wish we saw Chuu in these hairstyles more often. This is also how Chuu became my bias, especially when I found out this came out in December and she was the 10th member revealed. My birthday's the 10th of December, so it's a sign. Overall, these 12 girls are super talented. I really want them to have comebacks for their solos if that's an option or something they are interested in doing. The production quality for these MVs is insane and I really love that they performed them at their debut showcase. Yes. I know BBC ended up having a lot of issues and there's still a big question mark around what they'll do next, but I'm really excited to be in orbit and see where they go next. Honestly, I really love Loona. I love the lore, even though it's not too relevant anymore. The girls having designated colors and animals and debuting with solos is just the coolest thing to me. I'm actually just did a group performance of Butterfly. I love them enough to buy their light stick, which is saying something. I really wanted to buy their albums, but when I was placing an order they were all sold out. Hopefully I'll be able to get my hands on the new album. To all the orbits watching this, please accept me and feel free to teach me more about the Loonaverse. I've got the basics down but I'm still a rookie. To those considering stanning Loona, do it. Bet. Side note, I think I'm accidentally starting to stan only one of and I just found out that Jaden Jeong is working with them. We're getting to the last few weeks of uni so I might go missing for a bit, but I'll do my best to upload between now and then. I love you guys so much and I'll see you all soon. Until next time.